So last time we went over a couple of the initial issues with the bike, got it started. I did have a leaky number 1 carb, which I mentioned maybe trying to fill and tap the holes for the bowl. What I ended up finding is slightly longer screws. If you can see that one poking out there for this and the other side, and maybe 2 or 3 mils longer. It actually came off the ZZR carbs, the extra set I had, and it was enough to just grab the thread that was left. So I didn't have to really mess with much. Got them off, drained them out. Since then, I've gotten the bike started. It sits and purrs away nicely, or as nice as it can, with open pipes and pod filters. There's definitely going to be some jetting on this in the future as well. I really have to decide what I'm going to do for the pipes. As cool as, you know, the 4 open ones are, I'm going to do a 4-into-1, do some jetting and just try and clean this up a little bit. But what today I thought I would look at, the other day when I finally got the carbs fixed and was running the bike, I actually plugged the tach in, and it reads wrong for the motor. And I grabbed a couple of other ones, a CJ360 tach and my CB400 tach, and the other two seemed to run correct. It seemed at idle I was running 1200 RPM and stuff. This was bouncing 2 and higher. So a bit of a bummer. Really like the white face, but I think I'm just going to eliminate that just because it's not accurate. So I moved this guy from the bracket that's there, and what I'm going to try and do is get it more dropped down, and then in this case get it centered. Even having the single Speedo kind of come in underneath like that, it actually looks really nice on the profile. Somebody did mention on the last video that, you know, as you lower these down, you start to get in the way of the path of the Speedo cable and the tach cable in the case of the tach. But in this, it's actually, it clears quite easily. It has a pretty extreme angle on it, so if I sort of sat that like that, my Speedo cable is actually clears. It actually hits more of the headstock than the headlight bulb. So that's not going to be an issue in this case. The other thing is that this blue guy is actually the oil pressure light, and it's pretty intermittent, and it actually kind of buttoned up right there in between those. So I found an extra LED red bulb, which does work in this setup, not necessarily in this hole, but oh, the other part of that is as well, the choke was tapped into one of these guys. So I think I'm actually going to move it to one of the side mounts where it'll just sit nicer next to the Speedo. So let's try and get something going with this mount. The single bracket on one side. I basically have to match it on the other. Really and truly, I could probably get away with just doing the single one, but just to make it nice, I'm gonna do the second and then figure out how to implement that. And that might even just, you know what, that might just go right in between the two. Really and truly not bad. Like it's in there nicely. It's got an excellent, nice low profile. Yeah, this is great. Let's do the other one. Got the other bracket on and fitted the oil pressure light, and I'm really happy with this. It It looks great. Tank is on. If you look at that sort of profile of the bike, the angle is great. I'm totally happy with that. A little sad that I lost the tach, but very much happy with that look. Very cool. With that, guys, I'm gonna call it for today. I think next time we're going to get these wheels off and see if we can't get the tires looking black again, and probably do black on the rims and paint the front forks. Yeah, so I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I know this is a little bit of a shorter video, but I'm just trying to get back into the habit of the weekly uploads. So I thought I would just get this one wrapped up and get it out so I could move on to the next bit. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you haven't to get hopefully what will be regular updates. And leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you have any thoughts on the bike and what direction I should go. Obviously, I'm in primer right now. Yeah, give me suggestions for paint, because right now I'm kind of wide open. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week, guys. Cheers.